I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say off these videos because I am not a financial advisor. Anyways, just over here working on some orders, man. Trying to get some stuff put together, but I am going to jump into the charts real quick. I do think today I'm looking at the price. It's nice, man. It is nice to see this. I do think we end the day, start right off the bat here. Let me go back into the market watch. For what I'm looking at today, I think we end the day around 443 or 343. 443 would be nice. 343, right around that range, give or take a couple pennies. So, yeah, that's my end of day thoughts. 343. I would like to see it go higher, and it is possible it goes higher, but that's just kind of where I'm at right now with it. But like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. My bad. I'm just kind of looking in on some stuff here. Jumping in these Bollinger Bands. Oh, I just shut them off. There we go. So you can see right here where we're at right now, a little going on. So we probably see a little bounce up, but I think we have some resistance around 350, 348. With that being said, like I said, I think we end the day around 343, give or take a penny or two. That's just right. My thoughts are on it. But it is a nice green day so far today, barring any, and then also you got to consider the fact that we could possibly see some dilution any time now. So don't be surprised if it happens. It's just the same round. It's not anything new. It's the same thing. So there is going to be a lot of people that, no matter what, are going to act shocked about it. So they just got to be prepared for that. Meanwhile, in other news, like I said, I'm just trying to put together some orders. I don't know if you can see these. Trying to get some hats for the shop, put them in, So I'm working on that on top of working on charting. I got my trades in for the day. I'm locked in on that. So I think I'm good to go there, man. Just like I said, now I'm just working on some orders for the shop. There is, as far as AMC goes, it's the same thing, different day. You know what I mean? It's always kind of the same thing, different day. Until this thing pops, I think we just kind of bounce around. We can look for news, look for charting, look for things to do to kind of kill time. But honestly, what else can you do but wait at this point? Sorry, I'm trying to put these in because I got to get them in a deadline. But I'm like, it's part of my day now. I do my work for the shop and look at charts back and forth. So while one's processing, I look at the other. But the Bollinger Bands are looking pretty snug, man. So that's a good sign when it's on the up. When you're on an up move, you can see when they tighten, it expands. Okay, loosens up a little bit. We got another tightening. So I wouldn't be surprised to see another pop to the upside here. But I do think just the way, okay, if this was a regular chart, I think we'd end the day higher. But just being AMC, I'm saying we end the day at $3.43. Now I was wrong yesterday by about 10 cents. We went up higher, so that's a good sign. I'd rather be wrong on that side of it. So if I was wrong every day and we were up 10 cents higher than I thought, or even more, I'll take it. My internet is like, I told y'all, man. I know I've told some of you guys, and if you're new here, my internet's trashy right now. They're working on it in the back, so it's definitely going in and out worse than normal today. So trying to look at charts and shit off of my wireless or my connector at the shop is insane. It's trash right now. So just trying to deal with what we got. At the same time, I'm looking at the chart and I'm bouncing back and forth between my order for my hats, and I just cannot press order, and I need to press order within like the next 10 minutes to get it off for the day. So if you hear my button going crazy over here, like, what happened? I'm just fucking losing my mind. Refresh. Let's back it up. Come on. I think I pushed too many buttons at this point now. My computer's about to explode. It's malfunctioning. But yeah, other than that, I know one of the homies here had mentioned a chart named VRT. I was trying to look into that right now a little bit ago, and that looks like he's definitely right about that one. I mean, obviously, I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold anything else. Not trying to shill in anywhere else, but nice little chart. I do like to make money on the side as well. It's not all AMC all day, every day. Well, it kind of is, but if you're this channel, you're thinking, yeah, it is. But I'm looking into VRT Ticker symbol VRT, not VRTX, VRT. It's when someone had kind of mentioned to check it out, I was like, okay, I'll look at it, and I didn't look at it, and since that point, it's gone up like 20% from that point, and it still looks like it's got upside, in my personal opinion. But then again, my chart won't load, so who knows? I could be looking at. I swear, man, internet, it's crazy. We live in a day and age. I don't know what I'd do without my internet, man. I'm losing it. Anyways, yeah. Got any questions? Shoot me. Don't shoot me. Shoot them to me. See if we can't get something popping today. I did buy some more shares today. Not as many as normal. I had a bunch of big orders I'm putting in, so baseball season's full swing here. So I have to be responsible sometimes and order stuff at the shop and make sure I know I'm gonna have stuff in stock. So I was able to probably buy. I think I was only bought what 5 shares today. So very low amount, but today I also on Fridays I like to add to some of my core positions as well. And the fact of the matter is, right now the whole market is looking pretty good, which is a surprise on a Friday because generally on Fridays you see everything kind of just tumble down. So I did see some more, I don't know if I want to call it FUD or misinformation, but there's a lot of stuff going on about, Adam Aaron again. It's going to be constant. I've said this in many lives almost every day, in any video every day, that it's to be expected at this point. The problem is, I believe, personally, a lot of people just are not doing their own DD, not really thinking for themselves. They're taking what people are saying and they're just running with it instead of actually looking in, delving into like financials. If you can't read a balance sheet, you don't have to be able to read a balance sheet to sit back and realize, well, you kind of have to be able to read a balance sheet, but you have to be able to like look back and say, okay, does it make sense that the board and CEO would sabotage their own company? And is it really that deep? Are they working alongside with hedgies and they're trying to shut it all down and they're willing to ruin their entire careers for whatever these hedges are going to pay right here, right now? I don't think so. That alone, but once you do the actual delving into the research of why some of these moves are being made, you're being counterplayed. So you've got the company doing what they need to do to survive. Then you got someone on the other side watching what they're going to do to survive and coming out and sending a narrative that it's negative. Oh, they're doing this only because. Did you ever think they did this because? And, what it all boils down to is just kind of craziness, man. Like people talking crazy shit that really makes no sense logically or financially, any of those reasons. I mean, you can look at the fact that you can look at the fact that whenever there's a positive type of move, you see the market go down, right? And this is what kind of gets me. You have positive earnings. Things are in the positive as far as the business goes. For shareholders, we're thinking, oh, that's great. You watch the stock plummet. Okay? So everyone on that side is saying, oh my God, yeah, it's done, it's done, it's done. And then the same exact people come in and say, oh, it's starting to run all of a sudden. They'll come in with a day or two. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, we're back, it's running. And then Adam Aaron sends a tweet about something he's going to do. And then it plummets. Sorry. And then it plummets. And then they say, oh, Adam Aaron's tweet caused this issue. A man, I don't care who you are, unless you're Elon Musk, your tweets don't even cause that. Like, even Elon Musk, I think some of that's still kind of like, some sort of manipulation in a weird way. Because if he comes out and makes a tweet and you're reading between the lines and this and that and this and that, it's not going to make tons and tons of people sell their shares. And if it did, I just can't see how it does. But you've got plenty of people working against this stock, in my opinion. Not a financial advisor. I could just be a crazy dude talking, yapping away. But you've got a lot of people on the other side with a lot of freaking money that are entitled and used to winning. You know, they don't want to see the regular dude come up. And especially, like, if you really think about it, if you're on that other side and you're looking at people like, not me, but people like on the other side of like our side, let's put yourself in the position of right now, you're in a hedge fund, you're a billionaire, you're fighting off these dudes. They're like mosquitoes. Like, God damn, get the fuck off me. And then they're in your ear. They're biting you up. And like, God damn, little pesky ass mosquitoes. And then you go on the internet and they're making fun of you. There's memes. There's just shit talking. And you're like, dude, these are a bunch of idiots. How could there's no way I'm going to lose to these guys. And you got colleagues and friends that are like, hope you don't lose your ass to AMC, monkeys or whatever, apes, you know. And they're like, oh, no, we got this under control. Don't worry. But in the background, like, oh, fuck, we don't got this under control. We got to, do what we got to do. So they're just doing whatever they got to do, whatever they got to do. Keep snowball, 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 snowball. To me, they don't want to be embarrassed, which I understand. I get it. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be, well, I mean, they don't want to lose all that money. What it boils down to is money, 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 money. So if you really look at it from their perspective, you can see why they're fighting. Now, I can't get behind the reason they did it in the first place, but that's their business. You know what I mean? People have their own ways of making money. They have their own businesses. Me personally, I couldn't live with myself doing that type of business. But for them, they've probably made it, like, you can convince yourself you're a good person, you're doing good things, even if you do bad things. And that's fine. It's called paradigm shifts. I don't know if you're into the law of attraction or anything, but you can paradigm shift your mind, your mental, and just be like, oh, I'm cool with that. That's fine. No, I'm doing other people a favor. I might be putting them out of business, but I'm giving someone else a new opportunity to go into business. Or they could be saying, oh, well, I think the owner of this business is actually a creep. And, in the long run, I'm doing whatever the case is, whatever they're saying to themselves. I'm just trying to put you in their position and see why I personally believe that they're fighting so hard against these things. It happened in GameStop. You can't imagine behind the closed doors at little parties and soirees where they're eating their little caviar. Oh, what happened to you in GameStop, Charles? You know what I mean? And people, I believe, in general, not just those hedgies or whoever's on the other side. Maybe it's not even hedgies, but whoever's on that other side have reputations, and people in general worry about how they look to other people. It is what it is. So, I mean, obviously I'm just kind of blabbering around, but it's just kind of some of my opinions on this. And personally, I'm not even after anyone specifically personally. I'm not trying to put anyone in jail, and I'm going after you, and I want justice for you. All I want is a fair stock market. I want my money. You can have yours. I'll take mine. There's plenty of money floating around in this universe. We can all take some. You know what I mean? And if not, the Fed can they can just make some more, right? I'm playing, by the way. What's up, Art? Art says lenders told AMC they would be willing to push the 2026 debt back. That was real good for us. And it is real good. But I've seen people twisting that up too. No matter what news comes out, it gets twisted. And I know good people that have been confused by it, like, oh, they're pushing this back, but that means we can still file bankruptcy now. And I'm like, what? How did this? What? Who's telling you that? But I've seen it. I've seen it about 4 or 5 times now. Oh, now they pushed it back to 2026. They're going to go bankrupt by 2026, and it's like, it'll never end. You know what I mean? It's just a revolving door. Like, we're just walking. Those doors, and you walk into the building. We're just all walking in circles, yelling, ah! And no one's gonna catch each other until the door goes off the hinges or someone jumps out. And I ain't jumping out. I don't get dizzy easy. LG, the greed of those hedges is next level. I wonder how and who the media will put the blame on. Yeah, that's the other thing too, man. It sucks because you hate to be in this position, but at some point or another, when this thing, if it does pop, I'm not saying it will, but if it does pop and it does have a type of squeeze that I'm hoping for or wishing for, whatever you want to call it, I'm not a financial advisor, but if it ever does, I can only imagine the narrative. And then, if they ever make documentaries about us, they're just going to only interview the idiots again. It's like, oh, put my money in, I don't know what happened. I don't know if you watch the GameStop interviews and stuff. Like, it kind of drove me crazy when you watch those things on GME, because yes, there is a lot of people in the play like that, but they made it seem like it's just a bunch of, I don't know, like we're a bunch of idiots, which I guess technically I am, but I'm not that type of idiot. I'm a different type of idiot. I'm a refined idiot. And I go worrying about what we look like. See, that's what I'm saying. It's human nature. They don't want to look crazy, man. They don't want to look bad in front of their homies, man, in front of their counterparts. My opinion, my thoughts. I don't know. But at this point, I feel like rip the Band-Aid off, let it go, let it rip. We all move along, move our separate ways. You know, everyone will be fine in the long run. Just let it rip. Why not? Anyway. Yeah, you can have a Pop-Tart. Sorry, I got one of my kids with me here today. Well, I got one of my kids with me every day at this shop. I got hella kids, man. For as many Pop-Tarts and snacks as they go through, I'm going to need this thing to hit like 2K a share. I'll be good for like, the way inflation's been going, I'll be good for like a year and a half. What up, Donkey Kong? Yeah, I was looking at that VRT, man. Definitely interesting positions in it. Let me get back in. I was actually looking at it. So AMC, obviously, like I've said, I still think we ended the day around 343, give or take a couple pennies. It is on a nice upward swing. And yesterday I was wrong. Like I said, yesterday I was down. I think I said we'd be at a certain point and we ended like 10 cents higher. So I'm good with that. I'd love to be wrong with 10 cents higher every day. But VRT, since the first time I read on it, it has popped up, I want to say 10, 20%. I don't know for sure. Let me look into this. Yeah, it had a nice pop right before someone talked about it. And I didn't really get a chance to look at the chart. When I had it marked here, I had it marked at 79.73. Right now, VRT is sitting at 93.67. So I'm not trying to shill people out of AMC or anything like that. But like I said, I don't only play AMC. AMC is my main one, my big dog. The as Keenan Grace would say, the banger, put the gorillas in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But I got to make money elsewhere too. In the meantime, yeah, AMC is the baby girl for sure. AMC is we all know. I believe anyone who's on this channel knows what AMC is to them personally. But yeah, we looking at, there's this, I mean, there's plenty of little plays you can jump in and out of, you know. If you're comfortable in your position in AMC and you're not trying to add for a while, or you're waiting for it to dip and you got a little powder to play with, a little dry powder to play with, you know, there's other plays all the time. VRT is definitely I'm looking at the Bollinger Bands on VRT. I'll show you. Like I say, man, the Bollinger Bands, I don't know if you mess with those, but anytime they tighten, boom. They have a pretty tight little grip. So in my opinion, VRT is a decent little buy right now. Not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but in my opinion, as soon as I say that, it's going to be, so be aware. Be aware. Do your own charting, do your own DD, for sure. Don't rely on me, man. Also, where was I, man? I was supposed to be doing order. I don't know what I was doing. I was ordering. Why? Sorry, I'm sidetracked. I'm supposed to be putting in an order that I'm supposed to submit here very soon, and I'm just over here just looking at charts also. I'm telling you, man, I got to be able to do two things at once here. I'm trying to get these some more baseball hats in, you know what I mean? Texas Rangers, got some Dodgers, stuff like that. So don't mind me. I'm also in the mix of trying to put orders together and all that fun stuff. So if I look sidetracked or if I look like I'm spacing out, I probably am, but I'm also putting in an order. LG, what's up? What's my thoughts on XRP? XRP is hard because I have a little bit of insight on it, but I'm going to piss people off with that one. So I try not to get too far into that one, but I have an opinion that I think, okay, so I think there's enough people. I think there's tons of people piled into it. I think it'll have a run, in my opinion, but I'm not 100% sold on it being like the big next thing. If it is, that'd be great. Everyone makes some money off it, but I'm not 100% sold. So what happened with me is I kind of FOMO'd in on it, and I'm holding my position I FOMO'd in with. Um, but I have I have a lot of people that are into XRP on the team, or people that I know, you know what I'm saying? And they've kind of warned me against it, like red flagged it. Um, anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. But yeah, XRP is this. It's this. So like H bar, it had a nice run the other day. I only had like $100 in it, and I cashed out at like a 93% gain on that. So I cashed it out. I left a little bit in there, just a few bucks, and I'll probably add a few more here again. But XRP, I think, does have that type of potential. I don't know if it'll stay up there and stay. I think it. Okay, I think it'll run, but I don't know if it'll stay up there. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to hold that level and then bounce and hold. I think what's going to happen with XRP is it's going to be similar to a lot of those type of coins, where it's going to have its big run and it's going to dump. And I think it'll level up slightly, but I don't know if I see it going into the 10, 20, 30s, 40s, 50s. I would love to be wrong, because like I said, I am holding some. But I maybe a couple bucks I can see it run into. But that's just my opinion. I haven't done a lot of charting, a lot of research. There's a lot of people that have a lot of in-depth look at it that are better at it than me, but that's just my thoughts on it. But Donkey Kong, all those indicators haven't really meant much with AMC. Lots of guys who do charting look like dope because of so many ways. That's the thing too, is you start charting. That's why I don't show a lot of my charting on AMC, because I think maybe a year and a half ago, I thought this sucker was like, oh my God, we're about to squeeze. And I'm pretty sure I came out and I was like, from my charting, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a big rip tomorrow. Not financial advice, but it's happening tomorrow. And, I didn't say it was going to squeeze, but I was like, oh my God, we're about to rip. This is crazy. And I think literally like the next 2 or 3 days, it dumped like 30%. So after that, I was like, you know what? We ain't charting this shit. I show a little bit of my thoughts. You can get some sort of indication where it should be heading. But every once in a while, they just pull like a what? There's so many open gap fills. Like if you look back, like, oh my God, like so many gap fills. If they ever fill all those, like, that's why I say, man, if this thing doesn't ever let's say it doesn't squeeze and it has to have those upward motion and fill some of those gaps, even those gaps, man. That's why I like to average down too, just in case, man. I cover my bases just in case this thing doesn't squeeze or it gets taken off the, whatever reason if it doesn't. I just feel like those gap fills have to be filled, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but that's why I average down, because I'm like, okay, if I average down enough and I can get out on some of these gap fills if it never happens, or fundamentally I still like the company, I think it's good, and I hold on to it for a few years. So I like the stock, man. That's all it is. Yeah, the gaps are sexy. Can't say that without sounding creepy. I like them gaps, baby Goyle. Anyway, that's where we're at today, man. I want to tell everyone thank you as well for tuning in. I know, like, I'm not the best charting, and I'm just over here on my phone being a basic average dude. But much appreciated. I got 991 likes on my page. I started this AMC chitter chatter. I had like 136 people on my page from before that. So it's crazy to see the amount of growth it's had. Naturally, I've never pumped it or paid for anything like that. So the natural growth is good. Much appreciated. Don't mind me. I'm kind of doing two things at once. I'm trying to clean my shop up as we go here. But yeah, I'm trying to get to that 1,000 mark. Once I get to 1,000, I know the algorithm spreads it a little more, and I know, in my opinion, I don't think I'm like the best of the best, but I do think that it's good to have real people out here talking, you know what I mean? Instead of just, I know 100% I'm not a shill. I know 100% I'm not a sellout. I know I'm a regular ass ape, and I know that whatever I say is my personal opinion, obviously, but it's nothing to I would never say anything to make people want to buy, sell, or hold. I just talk my shit. So thank you guys for that. What? Oh no, Ryan, what's up, man? just got 200 more. I can't know. I don't know if I'm happy or mad. I feel like a little of both. I feel deceived. I don't know. Skip that 69, man. Just 7,100, man. I mean, 71. Well, I wasn't even. I was about to say 71 was my old high school alignment jersey. That was number 70. So I'm just kind of setting the store up as I talk, man. That way I can do two things at once. Because usually I jump off and do this shit, but you can see this type of shit. The kids come through and wreck it, man. So, and it's my own kids. It's not customers. My kids is wrecking this shit. Sometimes my kids come running out here from the back. Not to pretend I don't know whose they are. I'm like, whose kids are these running around this shop, man? Control your children. Then they'll be like, Daddy. Then I got like, oh shit. Oh, you are? Oh yeah, I do know you. Anyway, we got Buffalo. Anyone watch the draft? Anyone paying attention to any of that? Oh, Ryan, I feel bad also. I was going to get 69. You know what? Can't fault you, man. It's funny that you actually had to think about it. Like, oh, should I? Yeah, better. Oh, no, I've already manipulated the stock. Don't ever. I mean, honestly, now it's like almost now I have to do it. I'm way under, man. I only got like I'm not even at 1,000 shares, bro. I got to figure out how to get to 69. I'm gonna do it for the people. I'm gonna do it for the people, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna fill some of this stuff in. Broncos got the dude from Oregon. That's what's up. I don't know what to do here. I give up. Anyway, yeah, so you got to get what you can, and that's true. And I'm not telling anyone to buy, sell, or hold, but for me, that's just how it works. You know what I mean? I could go in and if I were to pump and grab like, I don't know, if I were to grab a bunch of shares right now, my wife looked at my bank account, she'd be like, what the bleep? And then you'd be seeing me next to Harambe in the clouds. So I ain't gonna do it's no good there. So that's I do what I can, you know what I mean? I got 5 kids, I got like hella shit going on, but there is, I have a little opportunity coming up here, a little side business I do. Big orders coming through for some of these little league teams. So once that happens, just saying, I'm probably gonna up my position pretty nicely as long as the prices are still low like this. I mean, I'm still gonna buy no matter what, but if I could, the problem is this little come up I have is like a month and a half away. So once I get that, if our prices are still down here, I'm in there like swimwear. Yeah, that's the thing. I tell people all the time too. You don't want to invest more than you're willing to lose. So a lot of people that are so stressed out and they don't know what to do, I feel like it's the very in the very beginning of any stocks or anything like that. I think that's where it all begins. You just got to say, hey man, you got to know your limit. It's like if you go into a casino and you know you're going to spend $500 and that's all you have to your name, don't take the $500. Take like $50. You know what I'm saying? Did I pick up any DJT? I did. Of course. Had to. I had 1 share left from the last little run. My average was still kind of low on that, but I grabbed just a couple more. I actually only grabbed 2 more of DJT. I wanted to grab more than that, but like I said, how I sectioned everything out. And what sucks is I sold some other crypto, a few things that, it takes a while to process. So that was my dry powder. That was the money I said, okay, whatever I made out of this crypto, I'm going to transfer to my bank account, and then I'm going to transfer into my broker. But, 3 to 5 business days to cash out of my freaking crypto. So I wanted to buy a little more, but it's all good. I'll still spread it out somewhere. Woo, cost to borrow is almost 1,000. I mean, I really am hoping that this whole thing, it kind of spills over into some of these other stocks. I get worried, because the way the market is that it may not affect AMC too much. I think it should, but I don't want to put like too much hope into it. So yeah, I'm playing DJT for its own thing, but I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, look at, let's just say hypothetically DJT, they bring light to it and Citadel or whoever's they're going against comes in and says, okay, cover, boom, it goes up. In my opinion, that gives them more of a reason to try to hide what's going on in these other shares because they're just going to spend too much. So it's good and bad. You know what I mean? You got to weigh it out. But if it brings up enough light for the SEC and people like that to really move on it, then we could have like triple whammies. Imagine your DJT running, your GME running, your AMC running. You know, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if that did happen, that would be insane. It'd be a lot of people making a lot of money, and then guess what? They're going to pile into something else. And that's what I think. That's what the other side doesn't want. They don't want people just one after another, one after another, one after another. Why? I don't understand why. Why not? You know, like why not? People can just make money. Why can't other people make money? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. It's not like, you know, if they wouldn't put themselves in a bad position, they're not going to run out of money as well. And even if they did, I swear to you, man, even if they did, these big hedge funds, like if they run out of money from their fund or whatever, they'll be down and out for a couple months. They'll be right back in it. You know what I mean? They got too many people on their side, too much knowledge, too much education, too much software, all that shit. They ain't going to be down and out forever. So save a crumb for us, governor. But yeah, get back out of VRT. Go back into AMC here. GME as well. I've looked into it a little more just because so many people asked me about it. GME's due for, in my opinion, a nice little pop. I don't know how big, but I would say at least $1, $2 from where it's at. AMC's sitting at 345. Still looking like, to me, with that 343 as a possible ending number for the day. I would love to see break out of this little pattern we're in. Let me look at it a little closer. Zoom in no more. What's going on here? It looks like yeah, that resistance is right around 349, 348. It looks like, if I'm not tripping. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on this real quick. 348. Yeah, about 348, 349. It looks like we kind of bumped our heads on some resistance there. So you get past that, then your next line's already, your next resistance like 350. So you got a little couple of bumps right there to get through. The breakthrough would be pretty hard. Looking like support's coming in around 344. And then another level at 339. So about 345, 344, 343 is my opinion at the end of the day. I would like to see us bump over, and maybe way wrong if we could bump over that 348. But like we say also, charting this thing is it's no man's land sometimes. Anyway, cost to borrow. I can't believe the cost to borrow is that much on DJT right now. To be honest, if the thing that messes me up is, like, when cost to borrow is that high, like in a fair market, that should be, you know what I'm saying? But ever since AMC, I'm scarred, I've been scarred for sure, because I don't know if y'all remember, cost to borrow on AMC was up there like that too for a minute, like just riding there forever. And it's like, what? We've been on the threshold list for over the amount of days. And that's the thing too, is a lot of people say Adam Aron never said anything. He contacted the New York Stock Exchange. He said he did, and I'm sure he probably did a little more than he said, because you got to be careful. Last week, DJT stock carried a high short interest of 12.6. At the same time, shorting the company has been difficult due to high demand, which has led to high cost to borrow fee above 200%. Yeah, it's I don't understand why you'd even want to short that one right now. But that's why I'm on this side, I guess. I just don't understand it. I don't understand. A lot of these are shorting, What's the cost to borrow on AMC right now? see if I can find it real quick. Dude, this computer. Every time I try to look up something on AMC, I'm like, is this thing? I looked up DJT, no problem. Look up AMC, and it's like, traders wishing to bet against AMC Entertainment must pay fees greater than 1,000% of our share short. The high borrow fees are a result of heavy shorting selling activity in AMC in recent years. Arbitrage trades involving AMC. Oh my god. Yeah, anyways. Some of this stuff, it should matter more than it seems like it's played out, because you get into these people that come into your comments or come into my comments or on Facebook, wherever you're at, and they're like, oh, did you see this? You see this? But they don't talk about these things, like the cost to borrow on AMC, sorry, I can't read and do two things at once. Being on the threshold list as many times as we have, like, you got to be crazy not to notice these things, you know what I mean? So, but that's why I say the DD's been done. We're just waiting, you know what I mean, killing time until then. So, it is what it is, you know. For me personally, I'm not upset. I don't get bothered by other people not wanting to be in the play, because in my opinion, if you're not a shill and you're a retail trader and you don't want in on AMC, I really don't even know if I want you in on it either, because, like, I don't want to share with y'all, man. If you're going to be talking shit and being salty all the time, let you try to jump in and let that loading wheel come up when you're trying to get into our play. You know what I mean? I like the stock. I'm not a financial advisor. That's all it is. That's all it is. Monster, the choice of a new generation. Wait, is that Pepsi? I'm just trying to give my promotional face. All right, man. I think we've done what we could do today, man. I've kind of given you a little what I think we might end at. Talked a little bit of nonsense, but I am happy all in all with where we're at. I think the only way we end way lower than we're at now is if some of that dilution starts up again. I have a feeling that the dilution on this thing isn't going to happen until there's a nice little run, and I can understand why, but I know what's about to happen. When that happens, which could be now, you know, they could nitpick at it. Boom, boom, it hits 340, take some. It hits 350, take some. Not much, just a little bit here and there. But I have a feeling they're waiting for it to get up around that $4 or $5 mark. And what's going to happen then is going to drop. And then what's going to happen after that? I'm going to buy it because I like the low price. And hopefully it's in like a month and a half when I get my nice little check. But if it doesn't, regardless, whenever it happens, you're going to hear the rumblings like, oh, Adam's killing the play again. Look what he did. Oh, we were just starting to run. As if we weren't just starting to run every freaking week for the last 3 years. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden. Yeah, if AA announces debt restructuring, the stock could move. That's the thing. It's so hard because some of these things, like the stock should, could, would. I don't know, man. The one thing that stresses me out or trips me out, I don't know if stresses is the right word, trips me out is the market moves where they want it to move. You know what I mean? So, yes, I do think volume and pressure is a good thing because it forces them to release some of that pressure. But all in all, in the long run, it's totally going to wind up having to be, in my opinion, it's going to have to be either margin calls, black swan event, or they're just like fucking finally tired of it, you know? Those three things. There could be something else, I guess, I'm not thinking of, but I'm at the point now where I think it's going to wind up being something that's forced to happen. And when it's forced, it's going to take longer, you know, dragging your feet on it. It's like, I don't know. It's like when you have kids and you have to get the truth out of them, and you know for a fact what they did. They're the ones who wrote on the wall. You know what I'm saying? They wrote all over the wall. They're saying they didn't do it, but you got to get them to admit it. And finally, you go back on the nanny cam and you see him. You say, "Damn, I watched you do it." And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know, they decide, do I spank them, put them in timeout? Am I a gentle parent? Am I a fucking parent from the 80s like my parents were? And anyways, I've really gone off track now. At that point, we get paid, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Table Rock Guy, what's up, man? So, I don't know. The market, I haven't checked other stock, any plays for a while. I'm probably going to jump in and grab a couple of trades and whatnot. I just got an online order that came in, so I got to fill that. So I'll jump back in here in a little bit. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good shit. Um, so have a good day. Be blessed. Let's see you real soon. Peace.